Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. So we're starting to see the fallout from Trump's executive order and Oklahoma's new state law. By the way, has just got signed into law by the governor. What an amazing time. But some people are starting to have a bad time with this.
Well, Dina, a local trucking company tells me they don't know exactly how law enforcement is going to make sure truck drivers are proficient in English.
You don't know how? Just go to a weigh station, a chicken coop. Pull them over, for crying out loud.
He says he's already concerned with the fact that there's a need for more truck drivers and says that with the enforcement of this rule, well, it could end up possibly hurting U.S. consumers.
Did you need a translator for that? Because what he just now said is that they say, there's a need for truck drivers. That's code for saying that there's a driver shortage. Listen, if there was a driver shortage, where we wouldn't have companies, small, great trucking companies going out of business because we'd have enough work to go all around. But they say, there's a driver shortage. Are you getting paid? Are you getting paid like there's a driver shortage?
A global shipping company has clients that speak many different languages, but it's the truck drivers they subcontract to drive in the U.S. that concerns company owner Agustin Ravelo.
If they don't demonstrate that they're going to be efficient in English and they're going to demonstrate that they could have a conversation with authorities, the possibilities are the fear for the industry.
He believes if all drivers do not have a good grasp of the English language, it could pump the brakes on goods we rely on every day.
You mean to tell me if you're a foreign-speaking language truck driver and you don't know English, that means you're the only one that could haul freight? No, there's a bunch of doggone CDL holders that can pull that freight for you. Go sit on the side of the road.
If they get pulled over by a state trooper or a police or whoever authority is there, including DOT, if they cannot prove that they have proficiency in English language, then the visa might be retrieved.
He says he relies on many truck drivers who use work visas to ship goods into the U.S. from Mexico. On Wednesday, the U.S. Transportation Secretary officially enacted President Trump's executive order restoring a federal directive that would have truck drivers be subject to roadside English proficiency tests.
We support America's truckers and will safeguard our roadways for our truckers and for the American people.
But English requirements to drive commercial trucks is nothing new. Federal law already requires truck drivers to read and speak English sufficiently to hold a conversation, understand traffic signs in English, and respond to officials and make entries on reports and records. Ravelo is looking to adjust with these changes.
Get more programs on board so we could teach the drivers how to speak English correctly, at least proficiency enough for the authorities.
Well, I mean, how come you weren't doing that to begin with? Making sure people knew English before they started pulling your loads. Huh? Why? I mean, really, you should have been doing this a long time ago. But no, you think, the drivers get cited, no big deal. We still get our load delivered. Now that your load is in jeopardy of not getting delivered, now you got a big problem with it because now you're thinking, we don't want to lose our load to an American truck driver.
Well, Dina, under the Obama administration, truck drivers would actually get cited but wouldn't be pulled off the road like what we're hearing now under the Trump administration.
Oh man, what an awesome freaking rule. What an awesome law. You can pull them off the road. Let an American truck driver go deliver that load. Or someone who speaks English, preferably an American truck driver. You know what? I got one even better. How about we stop allowing Mexican trucks come in here into our United States of America and allowing them to deliver loads, and run around on our freaking highways, taking loads from Americans. And how about we just keep them in foreign trade zones like Laredo, like the Valley, like that news channel was from down there, the Rio Grande Valley. We call that the Valley in Texas. Keep those guys right there, and we just go down to Laredo like we used to do and go pick up those loads and go deliver it to wherever, Tennessee, Indiana, whoever. All right. So here's the deal. AmericanTruckers.com has this petition. American Truckers United has this petition, and that's one of the things that we're talking about in this petition. Okay? Let's go down here. This is my favorite one out of all of them, right? Restrict foreign CDLs to commercial trade zones. Limit foreign CDL holders to operating solely within designated commercial trade zones near U.S. borders, prohibiting domestic hauling beyond these zones to prevent labor dumping and reduce safety and security risk. And I'm going to go one step further because I just named off Mexican-Texas borders, but I'm going to piss off my snow Mexicans up there. Okay, I'm just going to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if you don't like it, my Canadian friends, then it is what it is. Normandine, are you listening? Listen, not only do we say no Mexican trucks in America, all right, unless you're in that foreign trade zone, which is what, 30 miles? How about we say Canadians as well? Oh my gosh, how many times do you see the Canadian trucks down here? How come we gotta just do it for the Mexican trucks? How about we do it for both ends and allow American truck drivers have our roads back, have our jobs back? I mean, that's controversial. A lot of you guys may not agree with that, especially you guys from Canada. I know, you Canadians, I love you guys. You guys talk funny. And even you Mexicans, I love Mexicans, okay? I just do. But come down here, when you're here in America, you're American, driving a truck. I know that that's a little harsh. You guys haven't heard that, but I'm just thinking for myself here. I'm not thinking for Joe Blow Trucking or whatever. And I'll do you a big old favor there, Canadian, that's really mad right now, because you're going to sit there and say, well, how about we keep American truck drivers out of Canada? I'm fine with that. I'm so fine with that, it's unbelievable. I never wanted to go into Canada unless I was vacationing. We're seeing my buddies up there. I don't have too many buddies up there in Canada. All right, Mike Holden, Big Mike, I don't know if you watch these videos. Listen, I know this is a far stretch, but I'm just sitting there saying this is a petition right here. If you guys want to go sign it, I got a link in the pinned comments. We got 1,200 verified signatures. Okay, let's get it on up there, and we're going to send this to the federal government, to Sean Duffy, all right? And we're going to keep on fighting. Just because we got some legislation passed, we got a law in Oklahoma done, we got an executive order done, we've got the DOT is starting to enforce the laws that are already there, but we're taking care of them. We need to go back to the way that it was. We ain't done fighting, folks. We just aren't. The old victory lap we're doing, especially this last Sunday's video, listen, we ain't done. I'm still going to be fighting. Let's keep these roads, get these roads safe. Let's get our loads back, our jobs back, okay? We want American truck drivers, American, no matter what color what color you are, what gender you are, it doesn't matter. Say if you from a different country, come here legally and want to drive a truck and speak English, we're for you. Be an American, all right? Be an American, an American citizen. This is what I'm about. American citizens driving trucks, okay? That's what I'm sitting there talking about. Bonehead Truckers, we gone.